people today might think that people in this generation kind of are distracted. Maybe they don't really care about many things. I've heard a lot of people say that this generation doesn't really even believe in anything anymore. But recently something unexpected has been happening. Today I'll explain why more young people in this generation are turning toward faith, what is leading them toward that, and how this shift is actively affecting youth culture. Now, I've researched this topic using various recent studies from both sociological and religious research organizations, and I've also experienced this through and seen this firsthand through local youth groups and faith communities. So you probably know it, I know it, we all know that young people today deal with stress, deal with anxiety, deal with feelings like they'll never be enough. And according to the Pew Research Center, young people report higher levels of anxiety and uncertainty about the future than older generations, especially around topics of identity and purpose. This was last accessed on February of 2026. Because of this, many young people feel disconnected, and not just disconnected from others, but from meaning itself. And a lot of the time, things like work, school, and social media don't always answer the bigger questions about life, the bigger questions about like, why am I here? Or what is all this? What is the meaning of it? Because of this sense of emptiness, this sense of unidentifiability, young people start to look somewhere else. They start to look somewhere deeper. And faith provides things that young people have felt are missing. Things like purpose, structure, a sense of community. Now, an example, a really popular one, Christianity in particular, it provides clearly defined values, a sense of belonging, and really meaning. And according to a study published in the Journal for the Scientific Study of Religion, young adults who engage in religious practices often report stronger community ties and a larger sense of purpose. This was last accessed on February of 2026. Another report from the Barna Group also found something that a lot of us might actually find interesting and surprising. Gen Z is reportedly more open to spiritual conversations than millennials were at the same age, even if they are skeptical of some institutions. This was last accessed on February of 2026. For many people, faith isn't really about being perfect or having a perfect image, but about having an actual direction to walk in. A sense of meaning, somewhere to go. And that's something this generation is actively searching for. As more young people turn toward faith, it actually starts affecting youth culture itself. This change shows up in many real ways. Young people are joining more faith-based groups. More young people are engaging in religious content online, and in some parts, certain religions, certain faiths have also partially adapted into digital spaces. This has made it easier for young people to discover and sort of navigate through faith initially on their own terms. According to research from the Springtide Research Institute, young people value faith spaces where they feel heard, supported, and grounded, rather than being judged or just disconnected. This was last accessed on February of 2026. In this speech, personally, as a practicing Christian, I've seen this firsthand, where young people don't show up to youth groups or retreats because they were forced to or because someone made them go, but because they're looking for something real. And this matches what the research shows, that faith is becoming less about tradition alone, but more about the meaning of it and commitment. Today I explain why more young people feel disconnected, why faith is becoming more attractive compared to different times, and how this shift is affecting youth culture. Even in a generation surrounded by a chaotic amount of noise, endless distractions, young people are still looking for deeper answers about meaning, purpose, and truth. The growing amount of turns toward faith show that it isn't disappearing. People are adapting, and it's becoming more personal and intentional. Thank you.